Welcome back, everyone. Before we get started, let's have a little recap of what happened last time. The three adventurers, Kent, Vendelar, and Bots and Bands Metal. God damn it, Drew. I couldn't just pick up a bloody name. Anyway, the three adventurers were on their way to deliver a cart of supplies when they were mysteriously transported to an unknown land. After traveling down the road and finding a town, Vin discovered that they were in a place called Barovia, a place he's only heard about from his grandmother. They found two kids outside of a house, talking about a monster in the basement, but it was soon discovered that one, they were incorporeal, and two, Nick is afraid of everything. They entered the house as the fog closed in around them and started to explore the first floor. That is where we join them now, as we see that the party is getting a little anxious for action. We hope you enjoy the second episode of Taking Initiative, House of Spoops.
So, you guys continue into that room that Drew was mentioning earlier?
What does
right
it look
behind
like
him.
from the doorway?
So when you open it, it's an oak-paneled room. Kind of looks like a hunter's den kind of a thing.
Ooh.
Mounted above the fireplace that you see in there, which, walking into the room, the fireplace would be directly to your left against the far wall. You see a fireplace mounted above as a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the room are three stuffed wolves. There seems to be two padded chairs draped in animal furs that face the hearth, with an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine, some goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table, surrounded by four chairs. There's two cabinets that stand against the walls, and that's it.
The closest wolf that is stuffed,
Okay.
and I'm gonna poke it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna investigate it.
Okay.
I'm not really.
Before
gonna
poking?
poke. What?
Before poking? Or is that part of your investigate?
That's part of my investigate.
Okay.
That's how we investigate things.
Might I ask where you're poking?
It's forehead.
Okay.
Phrasing. It's a 14.
You poke it in the face.
Does it feel stuffed?
It feels pretty stuffed.
I'd like to do an investigation check on the cabinet to see if I sense any traps or anything.
Okay. There's two cabinets here. There's one on the east wall, and there's one on the north wall. Which one would you like to do?
Let's go on the east one first.
Okay. There seems to be a lock that's on it.
Uh-huh.
So if you want to get in, you'd have to unlock it.
Right, but can I check it for traps first?
Yeah, absolutely. Do a investigation check.
15.
You don't see any traps.
I pull out my thieves' tools and I attempt to unlock it.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Is that how it works? I thought it was just a dexterity check plus your proficiency since I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
Oh, then yeah, that.
Okay, so that's 4.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm sorry.
8.
You have at it for a bit. You seem a bit embarrassed.
Don't worry, it happens to all of us, Bucky.
You
Oh.
notice that the dragon you feel the weight shift,
Uh-huh.
and you look, and she just hangs her head a little bit.
I mean, can't get it right all the time. Can I try it again?
You can.
Let me try it again, see if I can do it better. This is not my forte. 19.
Click. You have the idea that maybe you loosened it the first time. Maybe you just are paying attention now.
A little extra oomph.
Yeah, you clicked it right open.
Cool. What's inside?
So it has a heavy crossbow,
Sweet.
a light crossbow,
Sweet.
a hand crossbow,
Ooh.
and 20 bolts for each weapon.
Can I get the hand crossbow?
Are you proficient in has crossbows?
Has crossbows?
Has his
I have crossbows.
Am I? Hold on. I didn't. Oh, damn it! I didn't write down my.
Fighter? Oh wait, no, you
proficiencies.
are because you're proficient in all weapons because you're a fighter.
That's right. Give me that hand crossbow.
I want to
that's how
crossbows.
That's how the exact conversation goes.
Yeah, am I proficient in this? Are you? Yeah.
I want to first take a look at them all and see if I sense anything about them. So investigation check.
Go right ahead.
16.
Can you do 3, 1 per weapon, if you
Yeah.
don't mind?
So 16 on the heavy, 6 on the middle one,
Okay.
and a natural 1.
So the heavy crossbow, you get time to inspect. Seems like a heavy crossbow. You get
Okay.
to the light one. Then all of a sudden, Kent comes over, takes the hand crossbow, which distracts you from the light crossbow, and you
Right.
don't get to look at the hand crossbow because you just don't have it anymore. Kent does.
I'm just like, yeah, motherfucker.
All right.
But they all
I
seem
mean, there's
like
literally nothing I can do about that.
nope.
I-
They seem like weapons.
I
Great.
take a bolt for the hand crossbow and fire it at the thing that Drew was poking at.
The
Can I
red-
immediately try to take the crossbow out of his hand as he tries to?
Both of you make dexterity checks. So D20, Nick, plus your dexterity modifier.
While they're acting like children, can I investigate the bolts?
The bolts.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Yes.
Okay.
11.
15.
Nick, you go to fire, and the moment you pull the trigger, you see a hand come down and swap the top of it, and the bolt gets stuck diagonally into the floor.
Damn it, man! I just wanted to see if I could use it.
You are going to get us killed. I am not trying to get killed again.
Fine. But yeah, so I keep the crossbow. I keep the hand crossbow.
Do you take the bolt from the floor?
Yeah, I take the bolt from the floor. I'm back to 20 on this. Right?
Can you make a strength check, please?
3.
You can't get the bolt out of the floor. It's pretty lodged in there.
I would like to take the light crossbow.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one for the fans.
Are both heavy and light crossbows simple weapons?
No. A light crossbow is a simple, and a heavy crossbow is a martial.
Okay, then I take the light one.
Okay. And Drew,
And-
you were
and the bolts.
investigating bolts.
Yeah, I got a 9, but my biggest question is, are the bolts silver?
No.
Okay, that's really what I wanted to know.
You notice that even with not a very high investigation, they're bolts.
Okay,
There's nothing.
then I'm
amazing
gonna
on them.
pick up the heavy one and sling it over my shoulder.
All
Okay.
right, so I replace the light crossbow I did have in my hand with the hand crossbow. I put my light crossbow away and call it a day.
Okay. Now keep in mind these bolts are separate than the light crossbow bolts that you had.
Yeah.
So make sure you note that they're hand crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just for the record, hand crossbow is also a martial weapon.
With that, I'm gonna go to the other cabinet and do an investigation check for traps.
Okay. Roll investigation.
13.
You don't see anything. You see a cabinet.
I'm gonna try and open it then.
It's unlocked. You open it, and just roll an investigation check to look inside the cabinet.
I mean, at least they locked up their guns, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your investigation check, John? 1.
Spider to the face.
You just see a bunch of wine glasses.
Tarantula to the face.
That's it.
No alcohol?
No alcohol.
Are they filled? Oh, they're just glasses.
Just wine glasses.
You just see a bunch of wine, not in bottles, just sloshing on the shelves.
You open it, it just pours onto you, and you realize that laundry bill is going to be awful. Where's your Tide stick? Did you bring one with you?
This is terrible.
You're never gonna get that out.
How did
partner.
they get it in the cabinet?
So the investigation check was just on the wine glasses?
Sorry?
The investigation check was just what I saw in there?
In the cabinet, yeah, you just see wine glasses.
Okay.
I'm gonna head
I
over
just
to the
said there's
stag's
wine
head.
glasses in here. And I close it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the stag's head, and I'm
Okay.
gonna investigate it because there might be something special about it other than just it being a dead animal head.
Alrighty.
It's an 8.
Oh, that's one dead animal.
Cool.
And it's its head.
I'm gonna grab it and just take it off the wall. Then
Okay.
I'm so upset with myself right now.
nothing happens.
You are now holding a giant dead stag head.
Okay, I'm gonna set it on the ground.
Every moral fiber that is Bucky wants to go back and check that fucking cabinet, but that's so like metagaming hardcore that I don't want to do that. Fuck.
Okay.
Nothing else near the fireplace.
Nope.
What else is in this room? You said there's a table.
There was a table with the 2 chairs pointing at the hearth, kind of a thing. You don't see anything on there.
Okay.
You see that there's a cloth table with a chandelier above it with some tables around with some chairs around the table.
Okay.
Nothing else really catches your attention with the room.
Okay.
Can I look in the fireplace and see what I see?
You see some wood, just like in the other room. Just
Brand new, spanking new wood.
Spanking new wood.
Do I see anything like I did in the other room with the skulls and the snakes? Any like intricate designs?
No, there doesn't seem to be any designs like that in this room. It's just oak paneled. It's a little bit more simple, like a hunter's den kind of would be with that kind of tone.
Mhm.
There's nothing really ridiculous. Again, on the table, you see a cask of wine. So there is wine here. It just wasn't in the cabinet.
Right.
There's 2 carved wooden goblets. Nothing special about them. A pipe rack, no pipes, and a candelabrum.
Is the cask of wine like corked? Is it like sealed?
It's corked. It's small.
I want to go back and check that fucking cabinet.
You could if you want to.
I want to.
Your character could just be so unbelievable about the fact
I mean,
that
we found some cool shit in one cabinet. Like, I gotta think that there's something in the other cabinet.
it's completely up to you. I mean,
I'm gonna
you
go
could have
back and
just
check
had
the
all the
cabinet.
cool shit in the gun rack,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do another investigation check.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I hope he gets another 1.
I swear to God, the odds of that. 12.
You only find like a deck of cards chilling in there too.
Deck of cards?
Just a deck of cards.
I say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now there's cards in there?
You don't know there's cards in there. I just opened
There's-
it up and checked.
There's something weird about this house.
I take the deck of cards.
Okay.
Cool.
You want to investigate them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
16.
You're playing cards.
Josh is
No,
just
playing
waiting for us to fuck up right now, and he's holding back on something. Look
Are
at
they
his
magic?
face. Look at his
Are they
wily
magic at all?
face.
They're just normal playing cards. I don't sense any magic on them.
Normal
Like,
playing
not
cards.
like a magic item deck of cards.
Unless you want to do a magic trick, that's as magic as it's gonna get.
I hold a deck of cards with me. I don't take them out or anything. I just take them with me.
Okay. Then write them down. You have a deck of playing cards.
I walk back into the other room.
Nick is gonna have nightmares all night tonight. It's great.
I'm freaking out, dude. You're holding back on something, and I hate it.
John, what was it you were saying to do?
I just walk back out of the room. I leave the room.
Okay. So you're back in that room. Just to refresh you, because there was a lot in this room. You went into the 2 doors that were behind you. Do you both leave with Ven?
Yeah, did he go back into the room where we found the sword?
Yes.
Okay. I checked the mantelpiece to see if the sword is there again.
The sword is actually make a perception check.
Perception 15.
No, it's not
Okay.
there.
It'd be trippy if the sword was there.
Do I still have it?
You still have it.
Okay. Do we hear any noises in the house other than like normal house like you know how like she was like, oh, there's a monster in here, and I was like, listen bitches, let's figure this shit out.
It is strangely quiet.
Great.
Hey, guys, didn't that ghost bitch say there was a monster in here? I can call her a bitch because we were the same height.
I mean, if that's your definition for degrading someone, then yeah, sure, go for it.
No, see, then women like to be called bitches. It's like slang, like hey honey, hey sweetheart, hey bitch, same thing.
Let me ask you a question. How old are you?
Old enough.
Apparently not. Women do not like to be called bitches. Just as a starter for you, hold it down on the swear talk.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty dead positive.
I'm so glad, Nick, that I know you outside of this game. To know that you are actually a decent human being.
Thank you. However, in my mind, Kent Brickwood doesn't know how to pick up women.
Mm-hmm.
He just has heard
Obviously
things.
so.
He's just heard things in like bars and stuff. He's like, and that's what he's going off of. So in his mind, he's like, wait a second, women don't like to be called bitches.
I turn to Kent and I'm like, have you ever been with a woman?
Oh, I've been with plenty of women.
Oh, by the way, Josh, what I said I shut the door behind us when we leave.
Okay.
All right,
I say,
continue.
I'd like to do an insight check
Okay.
on Kent.
Kent.
On his
Okay.
response.
do I have to roll?
Nope.
14.
Actually, yes.
Deception.
Roll a deception check, please.
Okay, Drew, I bring to attention that we should be hearing noises of a monster based on what the girl is saying.
Are we in that house?
You are in that house.
Deception?
Yes.
Deception.
An 8.
So tell Ven the truth. You don't need to tell him in character, but he would know the truth. He would know you're lying.
Well, you don't have to tell me the truth, but I can tell that he's lying.
Yes. Well, are you lying?
All right, listen, guys. I'm just saying maybe not the amount that I've let on, but I've been with women.
Ven, you're under the impression that he believes that sentence means to be in the company of a woman, not to necessarily be with them.
I tell the truth.
I put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, do not worry. If we get out of here alive, I will make sure you have a good time. And I keep walking past him.
Okay. So
The biggest grin on my face, like ever.
to remind you of this room, you walked out of the door from the den. To your left was the door that you initially came through from the Great Hall, kind of. From the foyer kind of area.
There's a great hall.
Yeah, you're in the Great Hall.
Fuck.
Now. So to your right is the staircase going to the second floor,
Okay.
and in front of you see 4 different doors. All the way to the left is a regular door. To the right of it is a regular door. Right to the right of that is like a little alcove where you see a door against the far side, and you see a door against the right in there as well. The exact position doesn't really matter, but there are 4 doors to pick from.
Okay. Should we start chugging through doors?
Let's do it.
I mean,
What do you think, Drew?
I don't have any clues about where to go in here, so seems like a.
Start with door number 1 on the left and see what's in there.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
I'd like to do an investigation check on the door.
Okay.
11.
That's a door, man.
Great. Solid wood. Good wood. Good year.
It's good. It's wood. The wood came from a tree.
Great. That's good to know. I open it.
Okay.
Do I die?
Safe for death. No, you open it. You can see straight in. Does everyone else follow you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do I see when I open it?
And Drew, you follow in as well?
Yeah.
When you go in, you notice that there's a centerpiece of this wood-paneled dining room. That's a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-back chairs
Fuck, we're in the Resident Evil mansion.
with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. When you swivel the analog stick, you realize you can't move the camera. You're pretty stationary.
Fuck shit.
It's in the worst position. You just hear noises, but you can't see anything.
So there's the high-back chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. There's a crystal chandelier that hangs above the table, which is covered with silverware and crystalware polished to a dazzling shine.
Fuck. like it.
Mounted above the marble fireplace in this room, there's a lot of fireplaces in this house,
Well,
is
it's
a
not even
mahogany-framed painting of an alpine vale.
A what?
An alpine vale. It's like a landscape. Kind of
Oh, okay.
The wall paneling is carved with elegant images of deer among trees. There's red silk drapes that cover the windows, and a tapestry that depicts hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf. That's hanging from an iron rod bolted to the south wall. What do you guys like to do?
I'd like to make a general perception check just to see if I see anything's off in the room.
Same.
Oh, and just to point out, there's a door that's in the room that looks like it's a little bit indented from where this initial door was. You can imagine that this door probably leads back into the Great Hall from that alcove.
Gotcha.
Quick,
And,
perception check.
Perception, go ahead.
I also made a perception check. Mine is 19.
Okay.
Mine is 20.
Fuck you.
Both of you look around the walls for anything in particular. The only thing that really kind of gets pointed out to you is, and Drew, you see this a little faster than Ven does, because you had the higher roll, correct?
I have the higher roll.
Oh, you did? Sorry. Ven, you see it first. That the tree trunks look strange. There's twisted faces that are carved into the tree trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly move when you look at it, but then it stays stationary.
I don't notice this at all because
You
I
don't.
did not make a perception check.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I would know what this is, or what if it's magical in some way?
Kind of, if you like. And Drew, just to also say that you don't see the tree trunks necessarily. You see wolves lurking amid the carved foliage to the wall.
Now,
I would like to point out
Okay.
the skulls to the person whose name I don't know, and say, "Do you see this?"
do I see them when he points them out?
Yeah.
Okay. I look at him and was like,
You didn't notice it before, but as soon as he pointed it out, you see it.
okay. I look at him and was like, do you see the wolves?
Yes.
I still don't see a damn thing.
You can if you would like to look.
Sure, you know what? I'm gonna look as well because they look like they're looking at something, but they're not telling me exactly what they're looking at. So I'm gonna be like, I want to make a check to see if I see anything
Okay.
that they're looking
So perception check.
at. 11.
Man, those be some pretty walls, man.
So pretty.
I look at the towering man standing next to me, and I ask him, "Are you a man of faith?
Yes.
Does this mean anything to you?"
Does it?
Roll a religion check.
I have that in spades. No, I don't.
Are you not
You don't
proficient in
have-
religion?
No, I am, but it's
Okay.
a 10.
Fuck.
You don't. This doesn't really recall anything for you of a religious background. It just is a scene that you see on the walls.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead.
10.
Nothing magical about it.
And what else is in the room? Big table and chairs
You
and stuff?
see the table with the 8 chairs. There's a crystal chandelier that hangs above the table.
Is there a
There's
fork on the table?
there's silverware.
I'd
Fork,
like to pick up,
knife.
and I want to poke the skull.
You poke the skull.
Anything happen?
There's 4 prongs in the wall now. You just poked it. That's it.
I would like to take it and put it backwards and slam it into the wall where the skulls are. Is there just a fork sitting out of the wall now?
Yep.
Alright, cool. I'll leave it there.
Okay. You fork the wall up.
I'm happy about it.
What else?
Fork in the wall, dude.
Yeah. So there's the silverware. There's crystalware polished.
There was no action happening in this game. I needed some action to happen.
Okay.
Fair enough. Silverware, crystalware, table, chairs. That it?
That's it.
And then the other door that goes back
Oh
to
yeah,
the Great
there's
Hall. Right?
the drapes covering the windows. There was the tapestry.
Oh, yeah,
showing
can
the
I-
dogs.
Look at the windows.
Does the tapestry go floor to ceiling?
Nick, what are you?
Sorry,
Sound?
ambiance.
Does the tapestry go like floor to
Gross.
ceiling?
The tapestry is hanging from the wall, maybe 6-7 feet.
Okay, but it doesn't like go down to the floor, right?
No.
All right, I'm gonna look behind the tapestry anyway.
There's a wall.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate the tapestry for anything weird.
Okay.
I'm also going to look out the window.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
You see a lot of fog.
It's a
Do I
12.
see a little girl?
Drew, you see just whatever was on the tapestry of the hunting dogs and the horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf.
Okay.
And the wolf seems to have the arm of a small child in its mouth.
Well, that's
You
great.
didn't see that before.
Okay.
You do now.
Good to know about that. I don't really know how to handle that information at this moment, though.
Okay.
Since
So
I still don't see anything,
Yeah.
I just am like, you guys want to go check out the next room?
Oh wait, is there anything on the table other than like the silverware and stuff? Is there like a platter or anything like that?
Nope. It's
There's no
just it
food
looks
or
like it's
anything,
set
right?
for dinner. That's
Okay, just
Okay.
like that's what I want to make sure. All right.
Yep.
Okay,
Everything
yeah.
is pristinely clean, though.
I'm going to head out of the room then. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go out the other door though.
Okay.
The outside of the manor, when we walked in, did it look old?
It looked old. It looked really old, especially in comparison to the other buildings.
Do I notice any dust, like, on
Not
anything?
Speck. Nothing.
Of course.
Of
It is
yeah, like
literally
yeah,
spotless.
Josh is making up this whole campaign. Do you really think that there's gonna be dust? Let's be real here. It's gonna be an old rickety building, and it's gonna be weird as shit. So no dust.
Yeah, he's not making it up.
Nice.
We're playing a mod.
Interesting.
I
Um,
am giving it my extra.
Well, yeah, but so I'm gonna go out that door into the alcove, I assume.
Yeah, I follow him right away.
I'll
Okay.
go with them.
Cool. So you go out through the door and you do realize that that is the alcove. So you have a door immediately to your left, and the only door that you did not explore is out of the alcove. Just kind of you turn it, and there's the door number 2 from earlier. You also have that staircase that went up.
Okay. I would like to do an investigation check on that other door.
Oh, which one? The door number 2 or the one to your left?
I'm going to go to door number 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's on the way to the staircase.
Okay. Yeah, we're heading up that staircase, guys.
Well, not yet apparently.
No,
door
but
is
I'm
9.
saying we're heading in that
Actually-
direction.
Yeah.
the door in the alcove. You said there's another door in the alcove?
There's a door to the left, and then
Okay.
there's the door like.
That's fine.
John-
I want to look at the door in the alcove.
John, make a quick intelligence check.
Me? 16.
You would think that the second door was probably a closet of sorts.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I want to look in there, but I want to see what's in the.
The door that I'm in front of?
Yes.
I'll open it up.
Spiders.
Werewolves
open
to
it up?
face.
Make an investigation check.
8.
Okay. You see several black cloaks hanging from hooks on the wall.
Black
They
cloaks.
are in pristine condition.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead. Does anyone else want to look in the closet?
No,
11.
I wanna push away the cloaks and see if I could see at the back of the closet.
You see that there's a
It's just
back.
the wall. Damn it.
Yeah, and John, go ahead.
I rolled an 11 for an Arcana check.
Okay. You don't see anything magic about it. But with having Nick come in, you kind of get jostled a little bit. You also see a top hat sitting on the top.
How big is the top hat?
Just a standard top hat. Like,
I would like to take one of the cloaks off the rack
okay.
and hold it. Anything happen?
Besides you holding a cloak, nope.
Is it a nice cloak?
It's really nice.
Is it nicer than mine?
How nice is yours?
It's okay.
The descriptions.
It's all right.
I'd like to fold it
Okay.
and put it in my backpack.
You now have a cloak in your backpack. Write down one black cloak.
Nice black cloak?
Yeah.
Would you say it's a fancy cloak?
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's around a 6, and you were rocking a 4.
I was rocking a 4? Alright, cool.
So I'm gonna
6
check that
out
out.
of 10 black robe.
Is it locked?
6 out of 10 would wear again.
Yes.
Sorry, Drew. Which one? The other door?
Yeah, the door in the alcove.
The other door is currently not locked.
I'm gonna push it open. What's in it? What do I see from where I'm at without crossing the threshold?
With his magic eyes.
Do you have any light source?
I'll scurry behind him with a light.
Okay. You open the door. You utter, well, shit, because you can't see anything. And then Kent wanders up behind you, hear a little of his feet, and illuminates into this kitchen. The kitchen seems tidy. There's dishware, cookware, utensils neatly placed on the shelves. Nothing out of place. There's a work table that has a cutting board and a rolling pin on top of it. It doesn't seem like it was put out of place. It was meant to be there. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall, and its bent iron stovepipe connects to a hole that's in the ceiling. You can imagine this is a vent. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door that's closed at the moment. Looking at it, though, you'd expect it to be like a pantry.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I'm still about this closet right now.
Investigate from the doorway of the kitchen. It's a 17. Do I see anything weird?
You also notice that there is a dumbwaiter kind of door.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to walk in directly on your right at the far wall, there's a dumbwaiter. It's currently closed at the moment.
I want to pull it open. I'm going to walk
Okay,
in.
and John, you were saying something, sorry?
Oh yeah, I'm just still about the closet. Do I notice anything weird about the top hat?
It's fancy as shit.
I take the top hat as well.
You now have a fancy as shit top hat.
If the cloak is a 6, what's the scale of the top hat?
The top hat's more of an additional kind of a thing, so
Got
the
it.
cloak goes from a 6 to about an 8.5.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well
but you have to wear
done.
it together. It's
I'd
kinda
also
like a
like
set.
to, now that I've taken some stuff out,
Good
I like to
find.
take a close look at the walls and everything in here to see if I see anything off about the closet.
You note that if you were to walk out of the room, you would be coming out of the closet.
I'm gonna do an investigation check despite your stupid fucking joke.
It was a pretty terrible joke.
Thank you.
19.
Nope, my joke still stands.
Alright, well you can go fuck yourself and I'll go join them.
I have to DM first.
That's what they all say.
So Drew, you're checking out the dumbwaiter?
Who is they? Who is they all?
Don't worry about who they are. They just say it. Yeah, I'm going to open the dumbwaiter.
Okay. So you open up the dumbwaiter. It's a 2-foot wide stone shaft. Contains a wooden elevator box, and it
Okay.
seems to be attached to a simple rope and pulley kind of mechanism.
All right.
It doesn't look like it's an automatic thing. It has to be done manually.
Yeah. Do I see access to the rope and pulley?
You do. Yes, you do.
Okay.
And also hanging on the wall next to the dumbwaiter is a tiny brass bell attached to wires. Attached by wires to buttons that are kind of right next to it.
Buttons.
I'm going to assume you push the button, the bell rings, and someone knows to let the dumbwaiter move.
I would say roll an intelligence check, but man, you got it.
Oh, it's a not real natural 20.
You know your dumbwaiters. This, sir,
Wow.
is a dumbwaiter.
Large OCD knows dumbwaiters. We learned something new.
Okay, I'm gonna walk around to the pantry and slide the door open or push it or whatever. Just look in.
You see a bunch of food in there. Nothing really pops out at you. There's some bread. There's a bit of fresh fruits that are in there, some rice bags. It looks like maybe a wine cask kind of a thing.
Okay.
You don't really know what's in there necessarily, but you can assume it's wine considering what you've been seeing around.
Mhm.
I like wine.
You don't see really much else. Just
Okay.
food.
Nothing else in the kitchen stands out or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Then back into the grand hall.
We should head
Oh
up
wait,
those
now that I walked in,
stairs.
do I see anything?
You see everything that I just talked about.
I say, should we head up those stairs?
I think it's time to head up the stairs.
Yeah, we've run out of doors, so
Alright.
let's do it.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Everyone leave. I'm going to push this dumbwaiter bell, and if it goes haywire, I don't want anyone else to die.
I
Okay.
immediately walk out the door.
I leave the candle with him so that way he can see, but then I follow Bucky out.
So I'm going to wait till they leave, and I'm going to push. How many buttons are there?
There are 3 buttons.
I'm going to push the
Oh, get lucky.
Three floors.
Vertical. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to push the bottom button.
You are met with a resounding bell in your face.
Cool. I'm going to push the next one up.
You hear a bell slightly above you.
Nothing else happens, though?
Nope.
Last one.
Death!
You hear
Die.
a
Oh.
bell,
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Look at his face, look at his face.
and that's it.
Damn you!
All right, then.
You crazy minx!
I really want to put Nick's character in the dumbwaiter and send him up, but he would
That
definitely
may
die.
Be
Yeah.
possible.
How fast can you get me in and out?
Fuck no, you're not going in the dumb
Do
waiter.
not. No, you will die.
You will die.
You'll go
Well-
upstairs and be eaten by a zombie.
Drew, make an. Actually, you don't even have to. You know dumb waiters. It's your thing.
Yeah, he
You
does.
know that with this one, maybe a small character of sorts could probably squeeze into the elevator box. We need to kind of shimmy up a bit. It can hold up to about 200 pounds.
So yeah, we could
Um,
definitely put him in there.
No.
Yes. Now, the
I'm not saying do it. I'm saying we could definitely fit.
I mean,
him
we
in.
could, but there's a lot of things that we can do, but we shouldn't.
Oh, oh, okay. Now let's talk about it this way. If you guys put me up the dumbwaiter, right, and get me to the 2nd floor, this is all me talking. All right, to the guys. If you guys put me in the dumbwaiter and get me up to the 2nd floor, and God forbid there's something happening upstairs when you go up those stairs, I could pop out and attack our attackers from behind. You know what I mean? They won't even know I'm there.
That might possibly be one of the dumbest ideas I've ever heard in my life.
you hear a voice in the back of your head saying it is a dumb waiter.
A ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. The bell rings immediately. Fine, guys. But if you need somebody to come in from behind and attack your attacker when we get upstairs, you're going to be wishing that you put me in that dumbwaiter.
I'm going to reach up with my free hand, which, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I am carrying a spear this whole time like a jackass.
Sweet.
I'm going to pat the handle of the greatsword that's sticking off my back and just be like, it's covered.
All right, now let's go up those stairs.
Let's do it.
All right, you guys exit the room. As soon as you leave the room, the door quickly shuts behind you.
Great.
Oh, good thing I didn't go in the dumbwaiter.
You do not have a choice to close the door. It does it for you.
Great.
Cool.
I yell out, "Thank you for closing the door. I appreciate
Every
it."
other door opens and then simultaneously closes after you say that.
I'm going to look
Well,
at
you're welcome.
I'm going to look at Vin and be like, don't talk. And then head
I
for the
say-
stairs.
Don't speak. I know.
Nope. I had to head that one off.
Ah.
Don't
Okay.
tell me. Sorry.
So
let's go.
you guys head up the stairs.
I immediately pull out my new fancy dancy hand crossbow and make sure that it's loaded, because I'm not scared, but like I want to be prepared at all possible. Now, question: can I hold a hand crossbow in one hand and a short sword in another hand?
Yes.
Oh, but actually, never mind. I do the hand crossbow, and then I'm still holding the candle.
After hashtag 2spoopy happened, I'm gonna walk upstairs.
Okay. So all three of you just go up the stairs.
2spoopy.
No creaks, no wood sounds below you. They're just pretty solid steps. You head up, and there's some unlit oil lamps that are mounted on the walls of the hall that you walk into. Hanging above the mantelpiece in front of you is a wood-framed portrait of a family. There's a older, very solid-looking man No one's smiling in the pictures because,
Of course.
Because why would you be happy ever?
Now, Kent flares up a bit because the mom is pretty hot.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Tall. That's what I mean. Pretty
Yeah.
tall. And then you see 2 children, and you notice that, despite what I just said, with the contrast of the parents who are frowning, the kids have a slight smirk. There's a
Kids.
10-year-old
continue.
girl and a 7-year-old boy, and the boy seems to be holding a stuffed toy. And also in the father's arms, or at least you can assume it's the father, is a swaddled baby. And you notice that with the frown that the mother has on the face, she's looking at the baby with a bit of scorn in her eyes. Now, there's also standing suits of armor that flank wooden doors in the east and the west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. And the doors are carved with dancing youths, just having a grand old time.
The themes in this house are all over the place.
The red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues up in red to the next floor. And you can feel a cold draft coming down from the stairs.
Now I'm gonna take a shot in the dark.
It is
I'm
dark.
gonna say, well, I can see because I have dark vision, but I'm gonna take a shot and say that the 2 kids resemble the kids we saw outside.
Obviously so. Like, you see them and you go, that's exactly what they were wearing. That's the exact kids.
I'm officially spooked. I did not like this place. I want to leave.
I just kind of nod. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
again, to give you your surroundings, you do have a door on your left, and you have a door on your right. And both doors have those bits of armor on both sides of either door.
I'm going to try the door on the left.
I checked the suits of armor to make sure there's nothing crazy about them.
Okay, so Nick, make a... Kent, make
Thank
a
you.
perception check.
13.
You don't notice anything weird with the armor. However, you can see that the door next to the armor, and you also notice this, Drew, when you go up to it, the dancing youths aren't really dancing. They're fighting off swarms of bats.
Of course they are. That's more on point with the theme.
Yeah,
Great.
okay.
There it is. Got it. Found it. I'd like to take a look at the painting.
Okay, go ahead.
19.
Okay.
You guys getting such good rolls. I suck.
You see that the painting is exactly as I described it. There's nothing weird on it. But when you do approach it, you see on the bottom there's actually a plaque that gives a name. And the name is Durst. D-U-R-S-T. And you can assume that that is the name of the family.
Is one of them named Tyler?
Is one of them named Fred?
Fred
There we
and
go.
Tyler were the portraits you saw downstairs.
Yes.
Of course. What, is it one of those like creepy
Is it-
paintings like the Jesus painting that was in my house where like they're looking at the front and when I move to the sides they still look like they're looking at me?
Of course they are.
Great. Great. You know what that is? It's fucking great. So much greatness. So much greatness in this painting. I'd like to touch it with my finger.
You feel the slight ripples that you would feel in an oil painting. The way
Get
that
your
it
finger
kinda-
out of your camera. It's weird.
How big is it?
How big is it?
Yeah.
I would say
Fucking huge.
4 feet wide and 8 feet tall.
It's a big painting. And there's a fireplace underneath, right?
Yeah.
I look in the fireplace. What do I see?
3 brand new pieces of wood.
15 investigation around the insides of it.
3 brand new pieces of wood.
So I'm going to open the door now.
But I like.
Let's get back to me opening this door.
Okay. You open the door. It is not locked. And when you look inside, there's gossamer drapes that cover the windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. There's a harpsichord with a bench that rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece.
That's all I can see.
That's all you can see.
I'm going to check the door on the other side.
Okay. Do you leave the door open? Do you close it?
I'm going to leave it open.
Okay. You go to the other side. You open it. Make a dexterity check.
Oh, this is not my strong suit. It's a 15.
You saw that the armor was slightly in the way, but you dodged it.
I just stepped around the armor.
Yeah, you almost walked into it. Just
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna open this door. What's inside? What do I see?
Okay. You open the door, and there's red velvet drapes that cover the windows of the room. An exquisite mahogany desk, and
Cake's
a
life.
matching high back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves.
Is there any, from where I'm standing, are there anything in the bookshelves? Are they covered in books?
The books hold seemingly hundreds of tomes, covering
Okay.
a range of topics, including history, warfare, alchemy.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and I want to investigate the painting. And it's only a 10, so I don't expect to see much.
You see that the windmill is a windmill. You see that it resembles the crest that you saw when you first came in.
Okay.
There's one more thing I want to do with this painting.
Okay.
When I touched it, I would assume that it would be hung from a higher up place, right?
Yeah.
I would like to put my hand on the bottom of it and lift it forward a little bit and look under and see if I see anything.
You
Or if
see
it's
a
just
wall?
Just wall.
See a wall?
I drop
Oh,
it, and then I go back and join in with them. And as soon as I do, I see the books, and I immediately go, ooh, and walk over to the books.
Okay.
Before I enter the room, I want to check the suits of armor one more time.
Okay.
To make sure they haven't moved, because I find it really weird that this place that's so perfect, Drew had to walk around it to get into the room.
You notice that with Drew, he just was going from door to door. And
Oh,
he
okay, all right.
almost misstepped.
Okay, all right. I thought the thing shifted, and I was like, oh god.
Oh no, it was just really close to the door.
Okay, then I
Well,
go.
he's a
Then I
big
go into.
hulking suit of armor.
Yeah, then I go also into the room of books, and I start looking at the bottom shelves.
Okay.
Do I
So-
notice on the bookshelf any books like that I would think would be of value?
Make a perception check. And Nick, you're looking at the bookshelf too, so
That's
feel free.
cool.
Yeah,
Perception
21.
check. 21 for you, Nick. Go ahead.
12.
Okay. Nick, you're kind of against the close wall, and you can only reach so many shelves. So you are really digging into that bottom row there. But then when you're looking around, you see that nothing really catches your interest in terms of what you'd be looking for, especially for what your character would be looking for.
Right.
But you do notice a fake book. It looks like a red-covered book with a blank spine.
I would like to take the books next to them and pull them out.
You now are holding two books.
Can I see the sides of this fake book?
You see both bindings. They are both blank and red.
I'll pull the fake book.
Oh, you idiot.
All
Well
of a sudden,
done.
a secret door opens into the bookshelf.
What do I see behind it? Oh, it's just a door?
It opens straight up into a next room.
Okay. Do I see anything in the room?
Into the room that we. Okay, continue. Just keep going.
Yeah, straight through the bookshelf. Andrew, you would notice the noise behind you.
Obviously, yeah. I'm turning around at this point.
So you can dip in. When you do, you notice that this room contains bookshelves packed with tomes describing fiend summoning rituals.
Uh-oh.
The necromantic rituals of a cult called the Priests of Osibus.
As soon as I notice this, I turn to the big dude and I'm like, how do you feel about necromancers?
Trying to think of how I should phrase this.
I'd fuck him up.
Instead, I'm just going to let out a low growl.
And when you do that, you notice the
I
rest of the
make a
room.
fist, and you hear bones creaking underneath the armor.
I agree with that sound.
You notice the rest of the room, which there's a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet that stands against the south wall. Its lid half closed. The reason it's half closed is because sticking out of the chest is a skeleton.
I was about to say skeleton, literally, gonna say it.
If you look at the skeleton, you realize that it may have triggered a poison dart trap from within the chest,
Great.
but it looks like it's extended.
Sprung.
Yeah, it's
Done.
Well,
extended.
here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I recommend. I'm gonna walk over to the skeleton in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take my 9-foot spear, because I am massive and a spear needs to be taller than you are to be effective, and I'm gonna lever standing far away, lever the lid up.
All right, you lever it up, and the skeleton falls out, in which case his arm flails over, knocks onto the ground, and out of his left hand seems to be a letter that has a seal on it. You don't recognize the seal, like
I
what
pick
it
it up.
is.
I'm gonna look in the chest while he looks at the letter.
Okay. Do you do anything with the letter?
I take a look at the seal. I don't recognize it, you said, right?
You do not recognize the seal.
It's not the same as the other one?
Nope.
I want to do an Arcana check.
Okay, go ahead. Drew, I'll get to you.
Okay.
A 9.
Nothing magical about it.
Fuck it. I'll open it.
Okay. This you can actually read.
Cool.
Here's what it says.
Oh no.
We're all gonna die.
My
Spooky,
most
spooky, spooky.
pathetic servant. I'm not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in the earth. You say that you were cursed, your fortunes spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarevich. That
Great.
being said, Drew, you look inside the chest.
Yeah, what do I find? What do I see?
It contains, get your pencil ready,
Alright.
Oh, God.
3 blank books with black leather covers. You can see they may be worth some money for being like pretty prime stationery. 3 spell scrolls.
Can I have those?
You can identify them if you'd like. I'll make you make Arcana checks with them.
Okay.
That's if he hands them over to you. I don't know what his
Right.
character's going to do.
3 spell scrolls.
Because you're in the middle of reading the letter.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the letter still.
The deed to the house.
Okay.
The deed to a windmill. You can probably make an assumption of which one now.
Yeah.
Yep.
An assigned will.
And a signed will.
Yeah.
Signed by what's his name?
It is signed by Gustav and Elizabeth Durst. And it bequeaths the house, the windmill, and all other family property to Rosavalda and Thornbalt Durst in the event of their parents' deaths.
And in the fine print, it says he did it all for the nookie.
You didn't continue with
What
the
were
name?
those names?
The
Rosa?
name's Gustav.
No, the children.
Oh, Rosavalda.
Valda?
Rosavalda.
Okay,
Great
yeah.
name.
Beautiful name.
It's a really nice name, actually. I might steal that for a future child.
And
It's called Rose for short. And the other one is Thorn, as Thorn would be spelt. Boldt.
Bolt. Now Rosavalda, that's not one word, right? That's 2 names, right?
Nope, it's one word.
Rosavalda.
Rosavalda. Okay.
Rosavalda.
Just want to make
It's
sure it's
Rose for short.
Gotcha. I want to make sure it wasn't. Now, Thornbolt, is that also one word?
There's one word. And Thorn for short.
Okay.
You wouldn't know that, but you may.
No, I just want to make sure
names
it's not like first and middle names.
So after I finish reading the letter, do I see him like picking a bunch of shit up out of the chest?
Yeah. Well, Drew, it depends on what you do with it.
I am going to pick up the black leather books, and I'm going to make an investigation check to make sure they're not some sort of weird human skin nonsense.
Or whatever.
Necronomicon!
Because if they are, they're going to be set on fire in about 3 seconds.
I mean, I say we set this whole room on fire with
It's
necromancy
real
books.
bad.
You set this
I
whole
rolled
house on fire.
6, so what do I know about them?
They just seem to be black leather books.
Well, then I'm going to pull my pack off and carefully stow them away. I'm going to pick them up, look at them, and then just look at the weird spindly drow guy next to me and just be like,
Spindly.
Sir, you're spindly compared to me. I am nearly 300 pounds of muscle.
Everybody's spindly compared to him.
The other ones I will look at and put those carefully away in one of my empty belt pouches because I may need those later.
I'm going to write down 3 spell scrolls that I have.
Okay, you can do an Arcana check on all 3 of them to see if you know what they are.
All at once or 3 separate ones?
Each.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want you to botch it and then mess them all up.
First one, 14.
The first one is a bless spell.
9.
You don't know what the second one is.
Okay.
You just may not have seen it before. Maybe you're a bit fuzzy on it. Maybe later.
14.
The third one is a spiritual weapons spell.
Ooh, I like that shit.
I want to. If I look around the room, do I see any like oil or anything that's flammable?
In this room, no.
Okay.
I mean, you've been seeing oil lamps around. They're not lit, but you've been seeing them throughout the house.
Okay. Is this room lined in stone or is it wood as well?
It's just surrounded by books, like bookcases
books.
around the entire thing.
Okay. I really want to burn this whole place,
Yeah, me too.
but I don't want to burn the whole house down while we're in it.
Yeah, no.
That would potentially be a bad idea.
I want to take a closer look at all the books that are in the area.
It'll follow the investigation that you were seeing before.
Okay.
It's various subjects. Nothing seems too rare. It just tons of history books from realms you never really heard of. Some you do know. You see some things about alchemy. Nothing really outside the normal kind of realm. Maybe some like textbooks that you would see.
Right.
But
Like some
nothing
stuff.
that would catch your attention for what I know your character wants.
Right.
But there's a lot of knowledge in this room.
Is there anything else in the room?
Although in the
Can I
room
check
you
the-
were in, the room from outside was all that. The room in this one
Mhm.
is all the necromantic and tomes for like
Ritual
raising
things, right?
Yes, yeah, ritual.
Okay. That's what I was looking at. Like, I was looking to see if there's anything along the lines of, like, in that room that would be valuable, or, like, it's all pretty much just evil.
You do see one book that's just. It seems to have rituals for all types of things, for demons, for devils, for the different tiers of those type of characters. So if you ever wanted to bring one,
Right.
this book seems to have all the answers.
I would like to take that book.
You take it. So take a necromantic ritual book.
Yeah. Anything else I see? Any like summoning circles, altars?
Nope.
Just kind of like this. Kind of like just looks like a necromancy study.
Basically.
I
Okay.
would like to start thumbing through that book just to get an idea of how demons are summoned, not to necessarily, like, because I want to do one, but if I was to actually see a situation where someone was going to, I would know the signs.
Roll an Arcana check.
8.
You don't really get it. You would think that maybe after an hour or so you may be able to like determine some pretty basic
Okay.
strategies for it. It would take a lot of reading to really know it.
All
But
right.
if you want to spend an hour at some point to go through the book, do
Okay.
it.
I'll close it and throw it in my bag.
So besides that room, there is the room that you guys came from with the harp and the harpsichord. There's the figurines on the mantelpiece. That's really it.
There are only 2 doors up here.
There's only the 2 doors that you went into, yeah.
Okay. And then
actually,
I'm going.
I take that back. I'm sorry. I missed it. When you would have come up the stairs, just to retcon it, there was a door immediately on your right that you didn't go into, but you've already gone into the 2 other doors.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to go back into the what looks like the music room, and I want to first approach the hearth.
Okay.
And I want to make investigation or perception. I want to do perception. Just like
investigation.
you want to. Okay. Well, I was gonna.
As he walks up to the harp, I'm going to walk up to the harpsichord.
Okay. Investigation from both of you.
Well, that was all. So
As he's
12.
wait, hold on. As he's investigating it, because I am such an idiot, I just take my hand and lightly go across the harp and pluck the strings.
Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah. That's it.
You both see some prime playing instruments.
Damn it.
Nothing about the mantle. 'Cause that's
the
what I was
mantle.
looking at.
Oh, okay, sorry. The mantle you look at, and you look at the dancers that are well-dressed skeletons.
Jax?
Jack Skellington?
Skeletons.
You can't say they're not Jack. You don't know their names.
You
You don't
can't.
know Jack.
The one on the left is Frederick, and the one on the right is Boopsy.
All right then, Frederick and Boopsy.
You don't know this. I know this.
So
It's right here in the book.
I'm glad I thought ahead. All right, so nothing in here, I guess. Although I really doubt that. I'm sure there's something we're missing. I'm gonna go back out and then to the other door.
Okay.
Do I see
What do
any
you guys
sheet
do?
music, by the way?
Sheet music?
Yeah.
You
No.
don't see any that are out.
Okay.
You don't see any chest of them. You would think that maybe it's for futzing around or doing their scales, or maybe they have everything memorized if they were to play it.
Right.
No sheet music.
Because they're fucking freaks. So,
The Durst.
the Durst family.
So do you guys follow Drew out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you follow out and you see. Yeah, you go into the door. Do you guys check for traps or anything?
I do. Because
Yeah,
I
you
always
have
do.
been. You have been. So investigate. Or perception, sorry.
Perception?
Investigate? What have we been doing? Investigate?
If it's... Oh, what is it?
Investigate. It's investigate.
Alright, 18.
Okay, no traps.
Cool.
So you open it up, and there's just an undecorated bedroom that contains a pair of beds with straw-stuffed mattresses. And at the foot of each bed is a footlocker. And there's tidy servants' uniforms that hang from hooks in what seems like an adjoining closet that has the door open.
That's weird. They put the servants on the second floor.
That's what it seems like.
Most
That is
people
weird.
put them in the basement and don't allow them natural sunlight.
You also notice when you pop in that
No.
where the dumbwaiter was downstairs,
Mhm.
you see the dumbwaiter's
On the second floor.
door.
Cool.
And you also see a button.
Just
Yeah,
one?
You would imagine what it does by now.
I'm going to kick open the first footlocker.
It is very empty.
I'll go to the other one.
All right, make an investigation check.
10.
Empty.
I go check the closet.
You just see some servant uniforms.
I would like to poke the bottom of the footlocker that I'm in front of.
Okay.
Does it have like a false bottom?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I want to lift up the mattress of the bed that I'm at the foot of.
You lift up the mattress. You feel the straw within the mattress.
Okay.
And you look through the grating of basically a simple bed spring, and you see the floor underneath it.
Is the mattress is it made?
Oh,
Like
it's
the sheets-
certainly made.
I want to strip it carefully.
You strip it real good with your teeth.
Real good.
Nope. Are there any like holes in the
Good
mattress
deal.
where anyone could hide anything?
No,
Investigate
it's
check? No.
pretty tight, tidy. Again, this room, just like the last ones, nothing's out of place. Everything is perfect.
Well, once again,
Um,
I'm going to do the same thing to the other bed, looking for anything, any holes or anything.
Same thing.
Okay.
The outfits, are they male or female? Like, is it like a dress, servant's dress, or like a suit of some kind?
They are both female.
They're both female. Okay. Then I would not be able to pull them off.
I don't know. You're being too hard on yourself and your skinny elven body.
Okay.
Have you seen a male elf? They're basically women.
Whew, racist. The elves that are going
Wow.
to listen.
It's a good thing that I'm only a half elf. Only half
Not
of
an
me
insult.
cares.
I'm just saying they look like women. Like, they just have
Have you,
womanly
Alright,
bodies.
have
was
you
there
seen Orlando Bloom?
Exactly.
Is there any other doors in that room before?
No, the only other thing is going up.
All right.
All right, let's go up, guys. Go up. Let's go find the monster and let me ram this stupid spear up its rectum.
Says the character to himself, muttering.
No, this is me out of character telling you guys. I want to fight
Yeah,
something.
no, I want to kill something right now, like bad.
So you climb up the staircase and you see the same kind of patterns on the wall. And you climb the staircase to its full height. And you come to a noticeably dusty balcony.
Great. The first place with dust.
With a suit of black plate armor standing against
Awesome.
one wall, draped in all the cobwebs.
I checked the suit of armor.
Hold on. Oil lamps are mounted on oak panel walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and tiny little critters. And that's it. So, Nick, you check the armor?
Yep.
Okay. So you go up to the armor, and
As
when
he
you get
walks
within
forward to
5
it,
feet of it,
I was going to have my bow drawn at it.
Okay. Well, when he hits the 5 feet mark, you draw your bow at the same time that the piece of armor lifts up and is ready to demolish Kent.
Taking Initiative is a product of the Spark Network. For future updates, news, and all nerd-related stuff, Visit us at thespark.network. To visit us on social media, you can find us on Twitter with the handle at @TI_pod. That is again at TI_POD. You can find us on Facebook at the page Taking Initiative Podcast. And finally, to find us on Tumblr, go to takinginitiativepodcast.tumblr.com.
I'm Josh Perot, and I am the DM. You can find me on Twitter at Xyroxis the Beard. That's XIROXIS the Beard.
Jonathan Buckmaster as Vendalara Greymire at Bucky_Masters on Twitter.
Donna Fenimore as
we can't soon, but we can't.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Can't.
Donna Fenimore as
I quit! This is Drew Tillman, and I play Metal Pots and Pans Man. You can find me on Twitter at NotThatDrew.
This is Nicholas Figueroa, and I play Kent Brickwood of the East Farthing Brickwoods. You could find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Nico Figs. That's at NIKOFIGS.
This episode was edited by John Buckmaster and Josh Perot. All music on the show is property of Kevin MacLeod and the Incomptech website. You can find any information about the songs played in this episode in the description below. To give credit to the classes played in this episode, the Pendragon class played by John Buckmaster was created by Daresight Phantom on Reddit. The Gunslinger class played by Nick Figueroa was made by Matthew Mercer. And the Doom Guide class was created by our own Drew Tillman. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and the Curse of Strahd module are property of Wizards of the Coast.